Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Critical Bromance, where dreams truly never die. My name is Bubba, and I'll be the DM for the Bros. If you have listened to the first episode, thank you for tuning back in, and if you haven't, what the hell are you doing here? Go listen to that. Follow us on TikTok and Instagram at Critical Bromance, where you get to see these bros' beautiful faces, and come back to this episode. But enough of me talking. Let's say hello to the bros. Hello, bros.
Hello.
Hey.
Oh. Wow, this is my favorite part of the whole episode. Well, let's actually say hi to the bros. First, we have Carter.
Hey everyone, my name is Carter. I'm playing Chelydra, and a little fun fact about Chelydra: Chelydra's never eaten an orange. Never.
You're a sailor. You never eat an orange. Got scurvy confirmed. Next, Matthew.
Hey everyone, I'm Matthew. I'm playing Henrik. And a fun fact about Hen is that if he ever had to do a coin toss, he would almost always choose tails.
That is so real.
So real indeed. Next, we have Owen.
Hello, I'm Owen, aka Thraidos, and a fun fact about Thraidos is that as a kid, he was horrible at soccer and remains to be to this day. Or whatever the equivalent to soccer would be here.
Definitely not punching. And last, but certainly not least, Shaggy.
Hi, I'm Shaggy. I play Rhys Cooper, the loyal paladin who likes to dream really big. Little fact about Rhys, if he was a dog, he would for sure be a Pomeranian.
Wolf, wolf, indeed. Alright, bros. Just like we discussed earlier, who would like to give a recap for a point of inspiration?
Oh, shit. I volunteer as tribute.
Take it away, Rhys.
We left the last session hovering over Dawnmore as we were introduced to the bros. We had Chelydra, who was working in Agatha and Pappy's shop doing some painting, getting the place all spruced up and nice. We had Thraidos, who was interviewing people and happened to run into his good buddy Rhys, who was just now dropping off some swords from Conrad to the Dawnmore Rangers. And last but surely not least, we met Henrik, who was sailing in and upon reaching the coast met up with Chelydra, told him about a lovely statue, and they went off to go see it. Now some things happened here where the statue just needed a hand, and they said no way. They took that thing off. Well, zip zap zoobity bop, a lightning strike, head goes down, and there's a guy with a scythe and a giant, and I'm scared. Is that okay?
That is perfectly okay. As
Yes!
one major detail that was missed, though, is the unfortunate death of Rowan Ronaldo.
Oh, no.
The famous ranger turned adventurer set out into the land. A good friend of Thraidos and Rhys. R.I.P.
He got famous in less than a year. That's crazy. Kid must have been powerful.
Very powerful indeed. And so is Poetry St. Clair. As rushing up to this giant, chains wrapped around its arms, dangling 20 feet. After hearing this voice inside of its head and Rhys's head, this warning, bringing the scythe down, Rhys, as you look forward, you know that Hen is pretty much barely walking, Thraidos at half health. I'm going to leave this to you.
Is this guy charging me?
The giant.
This guy is charging the giant.
The giant. He noticed you. He noticed that he actually said that, "Oh, what are you doing here?" And then took it back, like he recognized you. But after seeing the giant, rushed up, jumped up in the air, scythe out, taking it to the neck of the giant. But one mighty swing from Poetry St. Clair won't be enough. But as this is happening, Rhys, I'm going to leave this to you. Do you jump in this fight? Or do you let this man that must be very capable of fighting a giant by himself fight?
I mean, let's be honest here. He's got a giant scythe. No cause for concern. I don't even want to get on this guy's good side. How is Thraidos and Hen? I'm more worried about them.
Hen, even though he's at 5 HP, is still past him.
Still passed out. And Thraidos, how are you looking?
I'm at 9 HP. I'm
9
a little,
HP?
I'm a little frazzled after being hit by
My
a bolt of
squishy
lightning.
boys. Okay, so I think what Rhys is going to do is I'm going to prioritize these young men here.
Here, get up. And he's going to put both hands underneath one of your shoulders each. And as he's doing that, he's giving you each 5 HP with his lay on hands. So he is completely tapped. So no more of that. And I'm going to try to get these guys to their feet so we can get the hell out of here.
Okay. As you grab both Hen and Thraidos, putting lay on hands to get them out of here, Chelydra, what are you doing? As you tucked into your shell, heard that lightning crack, as you felt the vibration of Hen hitting the ground. You heard Thraidos talk afterwards, so you know Thraidos is alive. But after hearing the slamming of trees breaking, and now hearing Rhys telling everybody to run, what are you doing?
Yeah. Oh, I'm getting out of my shell at this point. I'm emerging, popping back up. Seeing the damage done to these two, I'm immediately going over to help him. I'm saying,
He's right.
We got to get out of here now. Do I see the giant hole and
After
this
Rhys
dude with the
points it
scythe
out,
and all that?
you see
I have
the
knowledge
hulking
of this, or-
shadow of this giant. You hear the clanging of chains that are around around his wrist, but it doesn't act like it's being restrained by them, but very similar to your whip, as you can hear the whooshing of the chain, like this giant uses this chain to fight. And Rhys, one thing you see is coming off these chains as it's whipping around, you feel the heat radiating off these chains as these chains turn into fiery whips as you see, hence your name for him, douchebag St. Clair, just stand there, very, very just nonchalant as he puts the scythe around his neck, a little bit of blood dripping off the tip of it as he sliced the back of the neck. As he goes, all right, we can do this the easy way or the hard way. You know what? I like it the hard way. As he whips around the scythe again, points it at the giant, and literally, almost like another thunderclap happens as you think lightning is about to strike again. As the chains whip, they shoot across, almost like fiery snakes heading towards this man as he easily deflects these chain strikes. and it almost looks very like this is what being an adventurer is, fighting this person alone. As Rhys, you have Hen and Thraidos on your back. You see Chelydra going along with you, and you're leaving?
Of course. I'm going to give him.
I'll say to Rhys.
I'll
say to Rhys. You can give me one of them. That's fine. It would be faster.
Before we run away, can I roll an insight check on this guy?
Yeah.
I'm getting like this is way too precise. Like this happened right after the statue. I'm feeling like there's some divine mess going on here. Can I try to roll for any kind of like malicious like seeing, or is this guy just hunting?
Give me an insight check.
Okay. That's a 10 plus 0.
So, if this was divine, the scythe would have already been around Hen's neck if that was the case. Since Hen's words basically instigated Thraidos. That would happen. But you see that it looks like this man, that as he introduces himself as Poetry St. Clair, he looks like he's just after this big creature. Like he knew where to find him, but you would think if he was after you, I mean, he would have already been after you.
He definitely seems capable. Well, let's get out of here. Mister! I want to shout to the man.
You see that as mid-fight, once another chain whip is happening, you see that as he slides on the ground, you feel this necrotic energy rising off of him. He looks back at you and goes, "Yeah, what's up, kid?"
Kid, you look younger than any. Do you need help? That's a big guy. Like, what's going on here?
This big baby? Nah, I got him.
Okay. And I'm going to, as we run away, I'm going to just give this guy a little bless, and I'm going to bless Chelydra and Henrik as well, just to keep them, because Hen, in my view, Hen looks the worst. So I'm going to bless these two guys and Mr. Poetry St. Douchebag. And and we're going to, I want to start walking with Thraidos, is like a swift walk. Like, come on, let's go.
Yeah, as you're going, you can hear the clanging of steel, the rumbling of this giant yelling out in anger. As you can hear this man, Poetry St. Clair, laughing like this is just child's play to him. As he's going, "Come on now, you know better. Come on. Like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?" He goes, "Oh, you missed me. Oh, you missed me again." As you literally feel the earth shake as you're running right by you. I need a dexterity saving throw.
Me? Oh,
Yes.
Oh, no. Okay. Saving throw, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, that's 17.
17. That passes as you're running, and you hear this man taunting this giant. As you feel the earth erupt, you feel this. You don't feel. You see this giant boulder being thrown towards a tree. As you see the man jumps on top of the boulder and looks down at the giant. But you see, as it hits the tree, it shatters almost like a grenade. As you can feel these pieces of tree bark hit your back. Not as you're quick enough not to get impaled by these little pieces of tree bark. As this man is basically working over this giant. Chelydra and Rhys. As this is happening, you almost feel like the world around you begins to start slowing down. Not slowing down. Not enough to where you're frozen in time. But just enough as you don't know if it's the adrenaline pumping or what. But you feel time slowed down a little bit. And Rhys, as you're running away, you feel that noise in the back of your head again going. That's game.
Wait,
As
wait, hold on. I heard him say that in my head.
yes,
I'm gonna regret this. I stop. Thraidos, are you okay?
Yeah.
You
Yeah, I'm
think you
fine.
can walk?
Oh, for sure.
This guy's talking in my head. Have I heard this voice before? Before today?
this one voice. No.
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna try to reach out with my mind real quick and see if I can do the same. And Rhys is going to ask,
What is going on?
you seem like you know me.
Okay, so?
Find me later. I want to talk. And I'm going to shoulder, instead of carrying Thraidos, I'm going to shoulder him, and this way we can move a little bit faster.
Okay. So as you say that, not out loud, but in your mind, you pick back up Thraidos. As you soldier carry him back, Chelydra with Hen on your back. As you make your way back to Dawnmore, where are you heading off to? As the party is still going on at Pappy's, you still see Silas is not at Pappy's, but he's outside of his door. He has him a ale in his hand as he's looking up into the sky as the thunderclouds roll away from Dawnmore, as the stars still light up as he has his ale drinking.
Chelydra, the deity that we saw talking to us mentioned my landlord's name, Conrad. As much as a festivity sounds great right now, I'm a little shaken up. No. Conrad has extra rooms. I don't care if my hair increases my rent. We're going. We need answers.
No, we're not going back to the festivities.
For the first time since Thraidos, you've met Rhys. This is one of the few times that you see him get a little scared. Rhys doesn't get scared too much. He likes to greet things with a smile, even if it's like a fight. It's like, oh, he's freaked out. And he doesn't say much else other than that, but leads you all towards Conrad's house near the edge.
I'm gonna very quickly, grab Rhys's shoulder and, try to turn him towards me. Because I imagine he's quite a bit taller and stronger than Thraidos is. But I'm gonna try to turn him towards me and say, hey man, you doing okay? You look worse than I do, and I got struck by lightning. So, you alright?
Bro, I don't know what's going on right now. I'm gonna be honest with you. And that ghost, that god, mentioned Conrad. Stinky Conrad. Grumpy Conrad. What does she know that I don't? I'm freaked out.
Conrad is rather old. Perhaps they knew each other.
You see Rhys try to stifle that, but he can't. Sir, that's a great idea. Chelydra, Henrik, prepare yourself. Conrad's rude. Sorry. Yeah. Come on.
Yeah, I'm still carrying this guy. Can we talk about this later?
I would like to use healing hands on Henrik just to try to bring his HP up a little bit more.
Hen is still passed out.
Okay.
His HP is not at 0 anymore. He's still just passed out. He got real knocked down.
Yeah, so that's where we're going.
Thraidos, under his own control, walks with Rhys as Chelydra still carries Hen back to the edge of Dawnmore, where Conrad resides, same as Rhys. As you go back, Rhys, you see the candle lit in the kitchen, as you can smell the attempt of cooking from Conrad.
Never was one to dance around the kitchen. Unfortunately, I wasn't here, so he's probably very upset that I didn't cook dinner. All right, I'm gonna knock on the door.
As you knock on the door, you hear the voice of Conrad going like, what part of I don't do blacksmithing at night don't you understand? As coming to the door, you would see this old man, 60s, balding hair, as he opens the door, sees the four of you, and going like, Rhys, you usually take the back door. Like, why are you knocking at the front door for?
We need to talk. Now. Come on in. And I just push past Conrad, which I never do. I just push past him and bring in my friends. Conrad, this is Thraidos. This is Chelydra. This is Henrik.
I throw Henrik on the nearest chair I
Henrik
see.
is still asleep. You think, even though he's at more than 0 HP, truly this looks like this may be the first time this boy has slept in a long time.
Rhys, seeing that, he's going to drape the crocheted blanket that he made Conrad over Henrik's knees so he doesn't get too cold.
But he's okay. I think Chelydra's gonna step towards the doorway and is.
Yeah,
can I make a perception check to see if we were followed?
22. You do not see anybody.
Ooh,
behind
22.
You, following
Rolled a 19.
You. The only thing you might see is Juniper flying in the air close by, probably perched up on the barn where Rhys was sleeping at.
Yeah, I'll call her over, do a little whistle. I'll say, Juniper, I want you to, surveil the area. If you
she lets out a
see anyone
nice
coming this
offspring
direction,
screech
do your
that
cry.
I'm not going to replicate. As she flies off. Okay. As you go inside, Rhys, you smell
I'll go back inside.
what was best described as extremely charred meat. As you can see on the table, it looks like Conrad made him a steak that is, in real life terms, Pittsburgh style, where the outside is heavily charred and crusty from this high heat, but the inside is like very raw or almost blue rare.
Conrad, I'm so sorry. I should have been here to help. Got caught up in this mess, but let me, I'll take care of that debacle later. Like I said, Chelydra, Thraidos, and this poor guy is Henrik. Something happened with the statue of Lydias. And he's going to hold up. Who has the hand? Was it Thraidos or Chelydra or Hen?
It was not Chelydra.
I know Chelydra tried to do.
I tried
mending,
putting it back on. I forget if
but
one of us
mending wouldn't work.
specifically grabbed it
I
after.
believe it was
But-
Chelydra.
So he might
But
slap.
as whoever pulls out the hand, anybody
Yeah.
that is awake enough, give me an insight check.
Fuck. Insight? favorite. 12 as well.
18.
12.
Yes.
You purposely said anybody awake, so
I did. I did. Chelydra and Rhys. It doesn't hit you as first as Thraidos. You can see the look on his face of first off of what the fuck, like confusion that turns into anger as his voice tenses up and goes, "So you want to talk to me about the statue of the Lady Eos, the same statue that sits at the eastern cliff looking over the ocean where the sun rises up, that statue?"
Yes, the one where you have picnics.
Okay.
So, it, through no fault of our own, the hand was broken off. He looks at Chelydra like,
Not true.
thank you, Chelydra. Well,
Well, if you're going to talk to the guy about it, at least be honest.
through no fault
Not
of
into this
me
mess.
and Chelydra.
This kid over here broke this
We
hand.
didn't do it. It was
That is true.
Rhys and Henrik.
So you see that as Chelydra is very honest, very upfront with Conrad, you see he goes, "I appreciate your honesty. Rhys, I kind of expected better from you."
Look, you're right. Things aren't right tonight. Thank you, Chelydra, for keeping me honest.
So, walk me
You
through
could
this
say that again, my lord.
And you see he points at Thraidos and going like, "He broke it?"
Yes, sir.
And you see he turns at Thraidos and going, "Now tell me why in the world would you defile that statue?"
Do you want the answer that ties to my morals? What triggered it? Like, what exactly are you looking for?
I don't know. How about let's not beat around the
Blood,
bush
just give a reason.
because my steak is getting
I
cold.
think you're... Nope, I'm not going to make a sassy comment about the steak. Anyway, long story short, what happened was our dear, eepy, sleepy friend over there on the chair spoke to me in my, I'd say, natural tongue, the tongue my mother used when I was growing up, and told me that, basically, along the lines, it tied back to the teachings of my monastery, where I learned the Leaden Crown, and, well, there we were taught that some gods don't hold as high of a respect for their disciples, and I, punched the arm of the statue after that.
I have you. Chelydra, I'm gonna take.
Do you have anything to drink?
and get him a
Sorry,
glass
can I
of
just
juice.
interrupt real quick?
Perfect.
That's not what I...
And you see he gives you a look and going,
Oh, my
"I have
lord.
some fire age whiskey." Where you? You're welcome.
Conrad.
Thank you for being
Conrad.
honest. So
Thank you.
So, let me reiterate this again. So, you, sir, Thraidos,
Correct?
you did what you did because he told you to do it, right? I'm just trying to get... Okay.
Sums it up. He spoke my mother's language a bit more clearly than he did the first time we met, though, which kind of freaked me out. That kind of added to the not so logical thinking behind my actions.
And while you say this, give me a quick perception check, Thraidos.
Okay. Uh, 22.
As you're talking, and he's pointing this out, you see above the fireplace is this sword. You see it is a long sword, but you see that inside of the sword, where the sword runs down, where it's concave on the edge, you see a script in Celestial etched in there.
Okay. Hi, Conrad. Sorry to interrupt you while you're scolding me like you're a teacher of some kind. I'm gonna go read your sword real quick. Caught my eye. Hope you don't mind. Don't really care if you do or not, to be honest. I'm just gonna go read it.
Conrad, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm still pouring the juice.
I'm at this point. I'm at the table, put my feet
Rhys
up.
comes to join you.
I'm chilling with it with a glass of this provided whiskey.
So I'm gonna go read the sword.
You see it in Celestial. It reads, "The blade is but an instrument. The divine will guide its edge."
Huh. Could I roll an insight check or a history check of some kind to see if this is like a specific quote from something or the motto of an old adventuring team that I might know about?
Give me a history or a religion check.
Nat 20!
Yo!
Oh no. Oh, which one am I better at? Oh, I'm equally mediocre at both of them, so dirty 22.
So with a 22, nat 24, 22, this is a saying of people who follow the wolf god, or the wolf deity, known as Kintetsu, aka the demon piercer. Kintetsu was made of this world, as it is said that Eos stripped Kintetsu from her neck and created Kintetsu to defend the world that she created. Kintetsu is not evil, but yet it is not good. He is a neutral god. People who follow Kintetsu are majority blacksmiths / swordsmen. Not all swordsmen, but swordsmen who follow a code. People who follow Kintetsu forge weapons for conquest rather than justice most of the time. But people who do usually end up at the bad side of Kintetsu, because one of his followings are: a blade isn't just a blade, it is a responsibility. Do not draw still while your cause, because it can have consequences. You know that blacksmiths who follow Kintetsu, they have actively turned away people if they sense negative attention. Like, they won't craft weapons for people that could potentially cause evil with their weapons. Because blades exist to end evil, but not to create it. So as the sword is saying that the blade is but the instrument, the divine will guide its edge, this basically means that this sword is just a sword. It is the person that follows the god that will do the duty. So whether it be Eos, whether it be Kintetsu, whether it be Aslios, whether it be Iseris, whether it be Philandus, this weapon is just a weapon. But the person who speaks the divine words chooses, is this an evil blade or is this a good blade? And right now, How are you feeling as these words are resonating with you? As Chelydra basically told you, both of you, before, when he did his detect magic, that nothing good would happen if the arm is broken. And now, you see a sword that basically says, whoever wields this blade will decide, is this an evil blade, or is this a good blade?
I'm feeling like the moral ramifications for my actions are gonna hurt a lot after what I've done. But I would like to turn to Conrad and ask him, say, Conrad, who did you forge this blade for, or is it one of your own that you had forged?
You see that Conrad looks up at that blade and goes, that was the last blade I ever crafted before I gave up making weapons for adventurers.
Huh. Could you tell me what kind of adventurer you made it for? Unless it's too sore a subject, I don't want to delve into something that would make you more angry at me than you already are.
This one is for me. You see that as he takes it off of the sword holder, looks at it. This is my reminder that just like people in this world, every action has a reaction, whether it be good or evil. I made the call one day because I needed money, and I crafted a blade for somebody with not so good intentions. And what did that end me with? A daughter that I would never see again.
Oh. I'm sorry, Conrad. I don't really know what else to say.
You don't need to say anything. I made peace with that a long time ago.
I think Rhys will finish his glass and go up to Conrad and go, there was one more thing that happened. After the gods exchanged a little bit of poetry, as they do, in the form of lightning, a woman presented herself as an apparition or maybe just a manifestation, and she mentioned you to me by name. I figured you should know that. Maybe this is why, but just wanted to let you know. Do you know gods, Conrad? He gets kind of scared as he asks that.
You see that he scratches his chin as he looks at Hen passed out in the chair and Thraidos as you're looking at the sword, and you see he just very sternly goes, you should be thankful that being struck by lightning was the extent of your punishment. It could have been far worse.
You're right. And I will put a copper in the lying jar. I'm sorry.
Now, you say you saw the apparition of a woman. Yes?
Yes. Yes.
How does she look? What does she look like?
I describe him. I described to him exactly what she looked like. Can I roll like a history to get like a better detail? Because it was a lot of things going on. Maybe I don't remember everything to the fullest.
Yeah, give me a history check.
Sure. That is a 13 on the die, bringing it to a 14.
So, as you are describing to the best of your knowledge what this figure looked like, what you describe is the Lady Eos.
Oh.
You see that as you say that, Conrad first looks I don't want to say happy, but at the same time, he knows that what just happened spells disaster for the island. As you see, he goes, so Eos came down, name dropped me, maybe perhaps because my wife and myself helped craft that statue.
I had no idea, Conrad. Surely. Why didn't you tell me this?
Listen, there's a lot of things I don't tell you. All right.
Clearly, you tell me that you know how to cook too.
And you see, he points at the steak, goes, "There's a fucking steak right there."
Yeah, it's terrible.
Listen, it'll still make a bowel movement, okay?
I suppose so. Look. What do you mean this spell's doomed for the island? Are we cooked here? Like, not unlike the steak. I can't. I'm sorry, Conrad. I can't. Could you get it out of here? It stinks. It stinks in here.
You see that he takes the steak and chomps on it as the charred bits fall to the ground and gone. All right, it's gone. Anyways, another drink for you. But yes, spells doom for the island. The woman that created the world, the woman that created the primal forces
Jesus.
to
I mean,
guide the world.
Lady Eos.
Aslios the snake to craft the land. Izaris to look for knowledge. Katetsu to defend. But yet you destroy the main thing that helps bring the sun to the island? Listen.
Oh God! You see, he's like leaning back in his chair.
You see that as... You see he shakes his head and goes... Listen. Most people won't understand why it's important to have the sun. But just so you know, that the night only exists so the dawn may
true.
be cherished. And this light can blind us to its beauty, just as a constant joy would dull our appreciation of happiness. Yes, I love the sun. My wife loved the sun. But darkness isn't the enemy of light. Without darkness, you would never truly appreciate the sun. And what you did is basically threw the sun away. So, the $1 million question is, how do we fix this, right?
Can we carve another statue? Maybe. No, that would take too long.
Do you have some kind of adhesive? Like, you built the statue, I assume you'd have some way to fix it.
You see he stops and pauses for a minute, and as he gets done pouring the whiskey for Chelydra, you see he just barely turns his hips. As Chelydra, you see the smile coming over his face, and you see he lifts up the bottle towards you and going, "You want any of this, Thraidos? You might need it for the pain."
Huh?
Are you sure?
What do you mean? Well, now I'm not sure.
Oh, well, what I mean is this. You were the hand that guided the destruction. As he points at Hen, he was the one to initiate it. You two can fix it. I'll assist.
As soon as you say that, Hen shoots up, awakening himself. And as he brings his head up, you notice that the fire behind in the fireplace erupts, building, and before dying back down. As he wakes up, and the first thing, he looks wild and crazy as Hen goes, "Where is she? Where is she? Where am I? What happened?"
Henrik.
The hand. Where's the
I'm
hand?
gonna go over to Henrik. I go to Henrik. I say, hey, sit down.
He like is like fighting.
You got-
He's like, the
you
hand,
got struck
the
by
hand,
lightning.
Give me the hand, please.
I just pull the hand off the table. It's okay. We're gonna fix it. We can fix it.
Single-mindedly gonna grab it and just start to study it. I want to make some kind of check to see where that mark was on her hand.
You don't need to make a check. It's right at the top of it.
Can I make a check on what I think it is?
No, you can't.
Great.
You see that Conrad just forcibly grabs it from you and going like, you need to sit down right now. And I suggest you shut up. Because I'll tell you this right now, from my knowledge, as I saw that ship pull up, you only been here half a day and you already fucked this island. You understand? So just shut up and let's fix this, okay?
Conrad.
I'm gonna make a balls check for Henrik. That's a nat 1.
And guys, this is Conrad.
I'm trying to decide if that means he does something very stupid or if he's an absolute coward. And I think on a nat 1, he's already realized that too much damage has been done, and he, like a lost puppy, just shrinks back into his seat and just is like looks so ashamed of himself.
You see, as he looks
Jesus.
down upon you, you see he scuffs underneath his breath and going like, wearing the robes of Celandis, but acts like a coward. How ironic.
I gotta honor them.
You see he goes, wait, you don't know what any of this means?
What the? This thing is getting
You
crazy.
see he goes, give me a minute. And you see he walks over to a bookshelf as he pulls out a book and brings it to the table. He opens it up and you can see a picture. Looks like something out of like the medieval times. Something that somebody could check out at Critical Bromance on Instagram. You see, it is an image of a woman sitting down, an owl perched on her hand, a tree with a snake winding up, and a wolf holding two swords. And you see it reads, long ago, Eos the Dawn sundered herself into threes to help her watch over her creation, the world of Calvera. From her essence rose is Eris the wise, who took to the skies in search of knowledge yet spoken. As Leos of the land climbed the highest tree to admire the vast canvas stretched before him, and Ketetsu the brave took arms, standing vigilant to defend their newborn world. And you see as you flip to the next page, as Eos the Dawn sundered her body, it gave out, forming two beings, one of light, one of darkness. As you can see on the arms, you see in the illustration, not on Instagram, on one arm is completely dragon scaled, and on one hand you see that gash dripping what looks like green ichor. Going, this fool didn't even know that he broke his creator's statue. How hilarious is that? Again, only been here half a day. Sad.
If I knew what any of this means, seems a lot bigger than all of us. So I don't know how much I can do here. But
You know what you can do here, sir?
what?
Enjoy that drink.
Oh, thank you. I will. I sit back down.
You see, he points at you, Rhys, going, I like this guy, Rhys.
I can tell. Chelydra.
So,
Yes.
Conrad here has some extra rooms. Since he likes you, I'm sure he'll let you stay here free of charge. Isn't that right, old man?
No.
Jesus. Oh my.
That's fine. I can always go back to the inn for
Conrad.
tonight.
It's not safe out there.
And why's that?
Because there's some man out there with a giant scythe hunting giants. Can't go out there. Why would you send him out there?
I can handle
See,
myself. I think I'll be
Rhys
fine.
is like, he's a little worried, but I can't force you to say so.
You see, Conrad says very sarcastically, like, Rhys, if you want your friends to stay over, just say you want your friends to stay over.
Can they stay over?
Since you said that, sure.
Please.
And with respect, I don't know if I call you all my friends yet, and also I don't know if I'm staying here tonight. There's a whole lot going on. I went on a walk. That was my intention, and all of a sudden we're here in this blacksmith's home. That we pissed off the gods. There's a person hunting giants. I don't need any of that. So, unless we have a quick way to remedy all of this, I'll probably head back, slumber in my own room, and then, continue on my merry way, because this all is a lot for me.
You see that as you're saying this, Conrad takes a sip of his whiskey and goes, "Now, I never said that I don't have a way to fix this. But, like I said, it involves these two."
Does that mean we're having a slumber party? I didn't have friends in the monastery. This...
Listen, get some rest. In a couple hours, we head back to the statue.
Good. You see Rhys is, like, putting his, like, hands in his face. He's just like, I'm tired. However, Rhys doesn't sleep here. Rhys sleeps outside in the stable. So you'll see Rhys get up and say good night to Conrad. Good night. Thank you for working with us. Like I said, I put a copper in the lying jar, and I'm gonna go check on Sasha.
All right. Y'all three make yourself at home. Again, we leave here before sunrise, if there's going to be one.
Sounds good to me.
I was just gonna, as I head out, I'd like to stop by the lying jar, and I'd love to see if I can sleight of hand the copper out of it into my my pouch.
Go ahead. Try it.
It's a 17.
17. You see that as you put your hand in the jar, as you swear,
You son of a bitch.
he grabbed it. He's taking a sip of his drink, looking out the window, and he goes, "Put it back."
It was worth a try. And I'm gonna head back to my room at Pappy's.
Okay. What about the two misfits? I mean, Thraidos and Hen.
Oh, man.
I don't know what Thraidos is up to, but I do know Hen is going to wait until he thinks everybody else is asleep.
Thraidos was probably just gonna go to bed, whether it be in a chair or in an actual bed.
Hen is going to wait until everyone's asleep, specifically, especially when Conrad's asleep. He's going to go over to the burning embers of the fireplace, and with his hands move, like with his hands, pull towards the fireplace. Just a little spark comes up and rests at the tip of his finger to act as a small candle. As he goes and finds the hand again. And what he's going to do is that he's going to find the nearest mirror that is preferably as far away from everybody as possible. And what he's going to do is that he's going to look at the gash, and he's going to pull down the right side of his robes to take a look at that mark of the dragon Celandus that lies above his right breast. Is it a similar kind of marking?
Who said that was a marking of Celandus?
That thought for the first time crosses Hen's mind. The candle goes out. He puts it back on the table. And goes back to sleep.
Goodness. I think as Rhys leaves the house and settles into the stable a little bit, he's petting Sasha. Beautiful, beautiful horse. Oh, girl. I made a fool of myself today, but nothing we can't deal with, right? Conrad can't stay mad forever. Huh?
As she makes that hoarse noise, with the flapping gums, as she shakes her head.
That's what I thought. You get me. Well, here. Get some sleep. I might take a stroll. Just a quick one. I'll be back. Don't worry. Go to sleep. 'Cause he knows that Sasha does not like to go to sleep if he's not there.
Mm-hmm.
Rhys is gonna go look for that guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to just get about a block and a half away from the blacksmith. And I'm going to try to look towards the area that he was. And I'm going to see if I can reach out with my mind again. And one more time. Who are you?
You see that as you reach out with your mind, as the clouds move away from the full moon, standing next to a tree, holding a bloody bag straight over his shoulder, and goes, "You know you can just speak out loud, right?"
Ah! Totally takes him by surprise. I mean, yeah. Who are you?
Depends on who you ask, but I call myself Poetry St. Clair.
Poetry St. Clair. Interesting name.
Thank you. You know, I always wanted to stand out from my family. And, you know, it's always been my dream to make my name of myself, to not be under the shadow of the St. Clairs.
But you use their name. Gotcha. Okay. Well, Mr. St. Clair, can I call you Mr., or is that your father?
No, that's my great-grandfather.
Great-grandfather. Ah, what a wonderful man. I'm sure he was pleasant, just as you are. Poetry St. Clair. What are you... First off, what are you doing in my head? Let's start with that. What's going on?
Give me an insight check.
Insight check. Oh shit. That's a 13.
You see, he looks at you just very confused and going like, "I was in your head."
Yeah.
Weird.
Clearly not. You seem to understand that you were in my head.
Well, there's.
You said I looked familiar.
You do, but you're not. You're not my colleague. I thought you were my colleague. That's why I thought you showed up, because I was sent off to track down this giant, get its head, get the reward. But I thought you were just here to throw down as well.
With you or for you?
Well, obviously with me. I mean, we are buddies.
We are.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Then what's my name? What's my name?
You see,
If you're my friend, what's my name?
You see, he stops for a minute and goes, "Well, just like myself, you go by a lot of names. The last one I heard was Rhys, but I don't know how to spell it, so I don't know how to send you a holiday card."
First off, I've never met you in my life. Well, in the year that I can remember, I've never met you. And you said I had more names. Pray tell. Don't let me hold you here. Give me one of them.
I think you were trying to do something like edgy, like name yourself Seer, just like how I was going by Pyro one time. So you named yourself Seer, like you sear steak.
Seer. Like you. Okay. Yeah. That sounds like.
I mean,
me, I guess. I like steaks. Do you like steaks?
I'm more of a fish man myself.
Yeah, I can tell. Stinky breath. Listen, poetry. Seem like a great guy. I apologize if I have offended you. But why are you here? That's my final question.
Oh, I already told you. And you see that he throws the bag over his shoulder, like into his hands. And you see he whips his wrist as rolling in front of you is the head of this giant.
Jesus. Did you have to decapitate the poor thing? It was running away from you.
I mean, I had to prove I killed it. I mean, how else am I supposed to get the money?
Did you just leave its body out there?
I mean, most of it. Obviously, I have the head, and since I knew I was going to meet you, for whatever reason you were in my head, I brought these. You see, he very dance macabre takes out two giant hands and claps them and going like, "I got you these."
Ah, lovely. But where's the heart?
I don't know.
Well,
Probably-
if I'm your friend, where's the heart?
Probably cut up into a lot of tiny pieces.
Just like you, I guess. I'm gonna try to play off just like you.
He does something really messed up and takes the giant's hand and wafts his hair with that. You know, like, yeah, I know I'm a little bit of a heartbreaker sometimes, but you see, gifts come in all shapes and sizes. You go from what I can see, And you see he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 potions of hill giant strength. Wow, how nice am I?
Does he give me these? Or is he just showing me these?
No, he brought a nice welcome gift.
Welcome, and he's giving me 10 of these potions.
No, he's giving you 2 hands that, if you extract it right, can be made into 10 potions of hill giant strength.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was confused. Thank you. Very pleasant. Well, I don't remember. You'll have to refresh me. What's our secret handshake again?
It's funny. We didn't have one.
Good. I was testing you.
But, you know, seeing an old friend, well, what I thought was an old friend, I believe this conversation's done. Unless you have anything else.
It is.
You see, he reaches out his hand for a handshake, but you see on his back isn't the scythe.
What's on his back?
Now a sword.
A sword. I'm gonna put the giant's hands on the ground because I don't have a bag. And as he's holding out his hand, I'm gonna guess for a second and say screw it and shake his hand.
You see, as you shake his hand, you feel a little bit of static electricity as it arcs from your hand to his. And give me an insight check.
Static insight check. Let's go! Nat 20.
You see that as you're shaking hands, he looks you in the eyes, but glances ever so slightly down at your hands as he looks back up at you and gives you a nod and going like, I hope we run into each other soon. Rhys Cooper.
I never told you my last name.
Your handshake says it all.
I think he's going to drop. He's going to drop his hand, pick up the other hands, and he's going to do a big circle around the block to make sure this guy's not following him, and he's going to go to sleep, very scared. I think that's what he's going to do after this.
Okay. As you go to sleep, a few hours have passed as this all happened. Statues being broken, a human man with a giant scythe taking down a giant, wielding the head of the giant to collect a reward. Tense words have been thrown around. But you wake up well rested, everybody. As in the morning, early enough before the sun would rise, you, Thraidos, as you are in the chair sleeping, you would hear a tea kettle hissing, it's done. As you would hear the pouring of liquid from inside of the kitchen.
I'm gonna peek my head in and just kind of ask, "Ooh, what kind of tea are you making?"
Plum vanilla.
Oh. Very cool. Can I have some?
Sure.
Thank you.
You see Conrad pours you a cup of tea as he's looking you up and down.
Is there something on my robes?
No.
sure. You're kind of... You're looking at me a little funny. Is there... You don't usually see Azamars around here?
No. I'm trying to figure out where your junctional veins are at.
Oh. That's, quite the forward question. You don't happen to moonlight as a doctor, do you?
No. I pulled teeth a time or two, so maybe a dentist, but a doctor? Nah.
Cool. So totally normal question for a blacksmith to ask somebody. Sure. What do you need to know?
I need to figure out where I'm bleeding you at.
Huh?
I think as that's said, Rhys is going to walk in. Hey, good morning, everybody.
I'm gonna...
Oh. Sorry, was I interrupting something? Conrad, are you threatening to bleed people again?
Not a threat this time.
Oh. You deal with that. Henrik. Where's Henrik? Henrik!
Henrik enters from where he's sleeping. You see he has awful bedhead that's fully cowlicked on one side. He's putting on his glasses. The bags under his eyes look noticeably better as he... Morning, y'all. The vibes in here are interesting.
Well, weird. Very weird. So, I was thinking, since we have a big day, I'm going to make us breakfast. Why don't, Conrad, steak and eggs, as usual.
Yeah.
Medium rare, I assume.
You would be correct.
Okay, so not Donmore style as you've made last night. Henrik Thraidos, would you like some bison steak and eggs?
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Okay, good.
And Rhys, can you do me a big favor?
Mm-hmm.
Make something sweet for the road. He's going to need it, as he points to Thraidos.
Sweet. You know what? I think the berries are still good. And Rhys, while making the steak, is going to cut up a bunch of these little red berries and these little blue-looking berries and make him a nice little smoothie. A little bit of goat's milk in there for a little bit of transportation. These berries are thick.
Henrik's gonna look at everything and while getting ready goes, I'm not hungry. Should I get our fellow companion, I suppose?
You're not hungry. Perhaps we can send for him. You should eat. Oh, okay. And he's still holding his steak and eggs. Always in a hurry. Well, Conrad, seconds.
You know, seconds is always better than the first.
That's right. I'm going to give him the floor.
Henrik is going to go, and I'll go over to Pappy's, because I believe that's where Chelydra said that he was staying.
I think I was just going to say, I was probably already up staring out of my window and stuff. I don't know if my window's facing the direction he's coming from, but...
yeah, it would be.
I'm probably looking out. Is the sun rising?
No.
I think Chelydra sees that, looks out at the ocean, says to himself, that's going to have to wait. and is going to grab his hat and make his way outside as he sees Henrik approaching.
As you make your way outside, you do see Pappy's already up. Pappy's already in his chair, but before he knocks out to sleep, he does make a comment about, I guess I woke up a little extra early. Sun's not out yet. Alright, Skip, let's go back to bed.
Sure. Believe that. And I'll walk towards Henrik.
Yeah, Henrik arrives just around then. It's this moment where he sees that he makes eye contact and then immediately averts his eyes, just to not keep a true connection. As he goes, I believe we're heading out, if you would like to join.
Right. The sun is rather important, so I'll help you all figure that out. But before we go, what are you thinking about?
In regards to what?
Just in that head of yours. In regards to all of this, no sun. What happened yesterday? I want to know who I'm getting into all of this with, so...
I didn't come here looking for trouble. I truly didn't. I understand that my actions were extreme, to say the least. I'm just here to set them right. Get on with what I came here to do.
Yeah.
You seem like a man who respects that.
Okay, well, I'll hold you to that promise. I understand that.
Then, shall we?
Let's go.
And I'm just gonna head back.
Okay. As Henrik and Chelydra, you make your way back towards Conrad's. Conrad is finishing up his steak. Keeps looking at Thraidos up and down until he stops and looks at Rhys and going, all right, Rhys, it's time to go.
Is it? It's not even first light yet.
You see that as he looks at you going, exactly, that's the problem. Time to go correct this solution.
What do you mean? It's still dark outside. It's fine. We have time. Let's just, and when dawn comes, then we can see better. Then we can go.
And at that time, Rhys, I feel like you're a morning person.
Sometimes, yes.
Give me a nature check.
I'm going to use my inspiration on this one. Thank God. Okay. That is going to be a 14 on the die, giving me a 14.
Okay, 14. Outside, you would hear the normal chirping of birds still. That usually happen around when the sun rises. Off in the distance, you would hear dock workers dragging nets across damp docks, ready to go out for the day. People are still acting like it's sun out. Just like how when it's daylight savings time, or daylight standard time, where the sun comes out later but your body still reacts as it's supposed to. If you're a morning person and the sun's supposed to be out and you wake up and the sun's not up, I guess time must have changed. Or in this case, time didn't change, but people are still acting like it's the normal time for the sun to come up.
Can we like go a little faster?
Yeah, we can go a lot faster.
Oh,
Let me go.
oh, Thraidos, sweet.
Let me go grab some objects real quick before we get out.
Now, as he's gone, I'm going to like talk softly with Thraidos. Thraidos, I think we really messed up here. I think because I can recognize that shit's about to get hairy. Rhys is going to go back behind Sasha's little area, and there is an alcove. And you see he puts on his rusted chainmail again, but he also pulls out two other items. You see these brown-looking brass knuckles. These are not brass in the sense they are iron, but they are rusted. And he's also going to pull out a shoddy wooden shield and put it on his back. That will bring him up to his 16 AC that I have on his sheet. And he is going to slip on his knuckles and kind of get ready for whatever could happen.
As you try to console Thraidos, you grab your brass knuckles, you grab your shield, and you see Conrad. You see Conrad in his room opening up his hope chest. Hope chests are a large wooden box that usually resides at the end of beds that people keep valuables, trinkets in. They're usually fireproof. You see that as he opens up his hope chest, you watch him pull out a dagger, probably the size of maybe your hand. You can see the Damascus shine from like the candle as Conrad inspects it. This will do. Puts it on, and from that box grabs a wolf's mask, very similar to Demon Slayer, as he puts it on the back of his head and walks out. And you see that as he walks out, and you see he looks at you and goes, "Are you ready?"
Please don't kill him.
No, I'm not going to kill him.
You said you were going to bleed him.
But
don't kill him is what I'm saying.
Of course not.
Oh, good morning, trout heads. Well, it's not really the morning yet, is it? But, well, let's get going. Beautiful. So, what's the plan?
You see that Conrad goes, well, the plan is we are going to mend that hand back to good as new. But at the same time, have the gods understand that this was all a misunderstanding.
All right. Great.
And you see that as he walks off, you see he walks a little bit further ahead than the group, leaving the four of you to yourselves as he is trudging along to that statue.
I look at Chelydra and say, I think we have to either Henrik, Thraidos, or both have to make a blood offering.
Bleeding?
He hasn't said, but he keeps threatening, and trust me, Conrad does not threaten.
to bleed Thraidos.
What's this talk about bleeding?
I think that's the solution.
It's just a little bit of blood.
Yes, it is.
As we walk along the path, I think I'd like to hang back a little bit just to talk to Thraidos. And Hen gets really soft-spoken and remains in common, the common tongue. As he takes a pause, looks at him, and says, "Thank you. Thank you. You didn't have to trust me. In fact, you had every reason not to. And I recognize that I perhaps preyed on assumptions that may or not have been true to your lived experience with the gods. And I wanted to thank you for your support, as outrageous as it seemed."
I'm gonna look at Rhys. I'm just gonna go. Were you sleeping with the horse last night?
Yeah. I rent the stable.
Right. Why don't you just sleep in a room?
Well, one, Conrad wants to charge me 5 gold a month, and I can rent the stable for 1 gold a year. So I've paid 1 gold. I also come in and make meals, so that kind of helps with my rent on that. And 2, I just really like outside. I was found outside the city, the town, village, very small village. I was found outside the village, outside, and I feel more comfortable that way.
Interesting.
Yeah, you're not the first person to ask, but it's something that I've grown accustomed to, and Sasha's a great roommate, so to say. She's a thoroughbred.
Well then, Rhys is just gonna turn back to just walking.
I noticed that you said that you were a sailor.
Yes.
How much of the world have you seen?
Oh. Well, a good chunk of it. A lot of it that touches the water. We don't stay in one place long, so the ocean is my home.
What's it like?
The ocean?
Yeah, I've never left. I'm curious.
Well, it's water and salty. You've never been on the ocean.
I've never been outside the village that I can remember.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
That's all right. Well, it's beautiful. It's the heartbeat of the world. It's the come and the go, the sway, the wind. It's how we communicate with. It's how I communicate with. I don't know, the larger world. And it's unyielding. You swim or die.
I can't swim.
Oh, God. I'm just gonna keep walking.
Yep, can't swim. Conrad, he pulled me out of the river. I tried to go foraging, and, well, I can't swim. I sink to the bottom.
That's just not... Okay.
Well, we should be getting close by now. I don't remember it taking this long. Bubba, are we getting closer?
As you see, Conrad has already begun to start this ritual. You see, surrounding the statue of Eos is 6 individual candles. Candlesticks lighting up, each one in a different color than the last one. You see that Conrad is lighting these candles with that flame. As he takes one candle out, it burns this jade-like green. The other one is pure white flame.
Burns.
The other, this
flame.
golden flame.
Oh.
The next one, this almost spirit-like blue. The next one, black. And the final one remains unlit. As he puts the wolf mask on and gestures Hen and Thraidos to the statue.
I'm going to cast Detect Magic again. You see the same sort of flicking of the water. He just mutters to himself, an archaicness. Just so. There's some extra magical sensing going on.
Chelydra, as you cast that Detect Magic, still feeling that conjuration magic coming from the flames that is engulfing the statue of Eos. From each one of these flames, you feel a combination of magic. From the green flame, you're feeling that same primal energy as that lightning strike mixed with necrotic. With the pure white flame, divination and abjuration emanate from it. From the sapphire blue flame, transmutation has the golden, this divine healing. The black, the void of nothingness. And around the forest, as you stand by the statue, all around you, you feel divination and necromancy all around you.
Okay. This is some unnatural stuff happening here. Well, just this ritual, there's all sorts of magical energies coming from all the different candles and all around us. It's divination and necromancy, and it's I don't think I've seen anything like this before.
As you look at Conrad, you see that he unsheaths the dagger, and you feel that transmutation magic emanating off of that dagger. This sapphire blue aura radiating from the blade. As you see the Damascus in the blade, looks like water flowing. As he has his wolf mask on. He turns his mask around to present the wolf And he goes, "Are you ready to begin this ritual?"
Conrad, do you mind telling us what the exact steps of this ritual are going to be before we embark on it?
Yes.
We got surprised with a lot of stuff yesterday, so might as well just... I'd like to know what I'm getting into this time.
Fair enough. We are going to mend that hand back on. How we do that? We need the blood of the one that struck and the cloth of the instigator.
Okay.
So basically what he's asking for is he's going to bleed Thraidos. But he's going to do something that most clerics is almost the equivalent of getting exiled from your cloister or your acolytes. Taking a piece off of Hen's robes as offering, because he knew he started this.
Well, if this is, as you say, the way to get the sun back, then do what must be done, you two.
As Conrad leads both Henrik and Thraidos up to the statue, he begins to start this prayer as he goes to one candle after another. As he starts at the white one, he goes, "May his heiress bless me with the wisdom to save Eos." Blows out the candle. Goes to the green one. "May Aslios forgive these people, for as he struck down with lightning, so may too he will guard their bodies after death." Blows out that candle. Goes to the sapphire blue one with Katetsu's blade. "May this cut be precise and just, no less, no more." Blows out that candle. Goes to the golden one. By Celandis, "May he give his light back to Eos so she can bring the sun up once again." And as he goes to the solid black one, and with Umbrix, "I banish you for now."
As soon as he says that, before he has a chance to blow out the candle, it is extinguished as Henrik clenches his fist.
He looks over at you, Hen, and goes, "I'm sorry about this." As he grabs on your robes, especially where the patch of Celandis is at.
He's gonna look at it, look at Conrad, take it. Thank you. Take a big gulp.
And just with one big rip, tears your robes. As he cuts with the blade. Surprisingly, for an old man, this guy can move. As he rips and looks at Thraidos and goes, "Let me see your hand." as he guides you over to the stump of Eos's hand. With one flick of the wrist, you don't even feel the blade as it nicks your skin, as blood begins to start trickling down on the stump of Eos. He grabs the hand and puts it back in place, takes the robes of Hen as it wraps it up, and looks at you, Chelydra, and goes, "Try to mend it one more time. I'm gonna help."
Oh, all right. I'll take the hand once more and put it up and start ritually cast. Well, not ritually, just casting mending over this next minute.
As you cast it, you feel underneath his breath he is also casting mending as well. As you all look down, Thraidos still bleeding. Where that blood hit begins to start glowing this ruby red color as the robes of Celandis almost cauterize the wound as this watery energy from Chelydra's magic cools it down. And as those flames erupt around first the wrist and then eventually still around Eos, you watch him, without saying a word, grab at the flames that was engulfing Eos. As he grabs it, Hen, you never seen anybody do this, but he literally grabs your flames as the flames are extinguished. As he balls up his fist and blows into one end, as almost a dragon's breath comes out the other, lighting the flame. And all from the distance, you can start seeing the ripples of water reflecting off the sun as it begins to start peeking off the horizon. As he puts the blade back in his hands, looks at you, Rhys, and goes, "Can you heal your friend?"
Yes, absolutely. I will touch my finger to the... No, I was going to start ruffling hair. I ruffle his hair and give him 1 HP.
As even for 1 HP, that the gash of blood is tremendous. But you see, as you ruffle his hair, Thraidos, you look down where he nicked you, and instead of usually as your jet black skin goes back to normal, you see where it cuts you leaves a crystal-like scar.
Whoa. Cool scar, bro. I kind of like it. Call yourself Thraidos Crystal Palm.
At this point, is the mending spell done?
You see the hand stays up. As when you look around the wrist, it has this like ruby-like gem wrapping around it, almost like it was supposed to be propping up. Like, you know how, if you ever seen those statues where half of the face is like geodes and the other half is like an actual... Well, you see that the wrist, surrounding the wrist, is like a bracelet made out of ruby gem that supports that hand now.
See, I told you. I've casted it before. See, I know how to do it. Sorry. Okay, never mind. You two, thank you for your contributions. And thank you, Conrad, for fixing it.
Yep.
Great job, Chelydra.
He just says, yup. Picks up the candles one by one. As he puts the mask backwards again, takes the dagger and looks at all you and goes, "Listen, I'm old enough. I don't need all this extra stuff. Luckily I was here and not dead, or the sun would never came back up." I'm going to leave y'all to whatever you're doing, what you were here to do in the first place, because I got work to do. So,
What were we doing? Oh my god, Thraidos, we forgot to deliver the stew! Oh no! No, I don't think... No. Silas is so nice. He's so nice. He's just grieving. I feel bad.
Why would you get into trouble? I think it's fine. I think there are bigger fish to fry than delivering the stew to the grieving man. We blocked out the sun for a night, so...
It's gonna run.
Whatever.
Do we see this?
I would love to do a stealth check. I think that the minute that this is done, it seems like it's over, Hen's just gonna book it. At 2 hours and 4 minutes, 0 seconds. He's not a very stealthy guy. Oh, that's a pretty 7. So it's definitely less of I'm being really stealthy and a little bit more of this thing was just entirely so overwhelming for Hen that it really is less of I'm going to slip out the back and more of a I don't want to be here anymore, and he doesn't really care about whether or not people notice. This is going to be great. We're done. Good.
Like a Irish
Moving
goodbye.
on. Yeah, it's an Irish goodbye.
I think Rhys will start talking to Conrad, but he'll notice Hen try to just walk away. And you see he's going to actually follow you just for a little bit and be, hey, you okay?
He stops and he turns around. He goes, I apologize for creating quite a major disturbance in all of your clearly pleasant lives here in this village.
But you...
Would you prefer quaint?
You can call it whatever you like,
each their own.
but you don't have to just leave. We can help you. You seem like you have your own mission, but we don't know your true story. Let's do a thing real quick. And you see Rhys kind of like levels with you a little bit. He gets a little bit on your level. I'm gonna say a favorite food, and you're gonna say a favorite food, okay? And you see he looks at Chelydra. Give me a second. Henrik, give me a favorite food right now.
Shepherd's pie.
Tempest pie! I love Tempest pie! You see, we're alike. We're good friends here. And he looks at Chelydra, and he's like, you guys don't want to hang around? Seems like a good team. We all like Tempest pie. Do you want to be? I mean, you seem like...
I wouldn't go say pleasant, but temporary.
We could do things.
Team? Team? No. Why? Why would we be a team? To do what?
I have a lead.
A lead?
On what?
On what?
A lead. That man.
That man from last night? Yeah. Poetry. His name was Poetry.
The giant was his name was
knows-
Poetry?
No, the guy
Oh.
with the scythe. His name was Poetry.
The scythe was named Poetry?
I think so. Or his name was Sinclair. No, the guy. The guy was Sinclair. I think the scythe was Poetry.
What about him?
I don't know. He knows me.
Who are you?
He knows me.
I don't even know you.
I don't know. I don't know
What do
who
you
I
mean you
am.
don't know who you are?
I don't know who I am. I don't know who I am.
You did mention something earlier
And
about
I really want to know.
you don't... When we were talking about the sea, you said you've only been here, and you've never left, as far as you can remember.
Yes.
How far can you remember?
I look at Conrad and he just doesn't. I know he's not looking, but about a year.
That's it? And you can't
That's it.
remember?
I've been in. I barely remembered my name because it had it on this ratty shirt that I'm wearing.
That's interesting, because I also am struggling with remembering a certain event.
Something happened. I don't think that this meeting was chance. We met, and he's going to talk to Chelydra. We met him the same day we met Poetry Eclair.
Sure.
This can't be just chance. We have a chance here to find answers. Henrik, you want to find Solandis, right?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Chelydra, you want to recount some events that happened to you?
Yes, that's true.
I think we have an opportunity here. And I think this may be selfish, but I'm going to ask. I've always had a dream. And that dream is just to find out who I am. If I could help you all achieve your dreams, would you help me?
If you're helping me get what I want, then sure.
That's all I want. I just want to know who I am.
Okay.
Thraidos, all I have to offer you is a nice meal. Come here.
Okay. But, okay, before we get any further, let's make a couple things clear. One, you don't know me. Understood?
No.
We are not friends.
I don't
I
know
barely
myself.
know you. We are not a team. Oh, God. I already have something like that. I don't need some, I don't know what you want to call it. I need answers, I need to figure it out, and then I need to get the hell out of here. Okay? If you're willing to help me do that, then by all means.
The one thing that I like about people is that they never say how they
Oh
feel.
my lord.
But,
What?
but, you seem headstrong, and I like that. I would gladly help you.
At the end of the day,
It's-
if I go out alone, I'll probably
Okay.
get myself killed.
So,
You think this lead of yours has something to do with our memory problems,
be.
perhaps?
it could also be bullpuck. But, if we start,
Okay.
and he points to where Poetry St. Clair was, if we could find clues there, and question, Bubba, is the corpse still there? Is the giant corpse still there?
Just missing two hands.
The giant corpse. So he points at the giant corpse. The giant corpse. If we can start there, maybe this guy left behind clues. And he pulls out from his rough sack 2 giant hands. He also left these.
Good lord.
Yeah. I was going to talk to you guys about this. But I didn't want things to get out of hand.
When did you get these?
No!
Did you cut those off?
I don't use blades. I'm not good. I'm not that good at blades. Kitchen knives, maybe, but I don't use blades. He gave these to me. And he said he knew me. But he knew my name. My full name. And I think this guy is bad news. And if he's bad news, I'm worried he'll come back. So I don't think we should be here.
Some taken.
Well, this much is true. I think we've had enough of this statue.
So, quick
I
question.
thought that's where
So
we
you're
were
not
walking.
going to go check the body of the giant?
Probably. No offense.
Okay, I was just
so,
I was just confirming.
Okay, well,
So
that's fair.
So as you all make this, I don't want to call it a pact or an agreement, but an understanding of each other. You follow Rhys towards the body of where the giant was. As this open clearing, as trees are snapped in half, blood is sprayed everywhere. Sprawled out on the ground is the corpse of this giant, missing a head, both of his hands, but a small incision over where the heart would be at.
Not like a big incision, or a gash.
As you notice that, Rhys, you start looking around,
All right. Well,
and you
let's get out of
find
here.
what came from that gash. As you turn your head to one of the trees, stabbed into a tree with a dagger. You can see, at first glance, it looks like sap running down a tree, until you realize it's blood from a heart. And stabbed into the heart is a note written in blood.
I knew it. I knew this guy was poetic. That's why his name is Poetry. I read it.
It reads, haha, I knew you'll come back. Well, just like I asked this big fella. And you see where it says, just like I asked this big fella, you see there's an arrow pointing where the body's at. What's your dreams? And you see insignia on the bottom, in blood. Looks like a nice little painting of a Joker. And with that, that's where we'll end this session. But before then, the camera zooms far away from Donmore as the clanking of boots goes down a dark hallway, poorly lit, as you would hear the laughing of boss, you won't believe it. I didn't know Sears had a brother walking around. That's interesting. And you hear a low voice go, did you get the head? Of course,
Right.
boss. I put on a show. Interesting. Now tell me more about this boy. As you see on the table, the camera zooms into a crystal ball as you are reading the blood-covered letter. And with that, that's where we're really going to end.
You motherfucker! Oh my god! I was right. I knew this guy was bad news.
So, thank you all for playing, and thank you all for listening. If you enjoy this, please make sure you go follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Critical Bromance. And boys, do you have anything you want to plug? And with that, love you boys, love you bros, smooches, and we'll check you out later. Bye!
Bye.